Hello everyone, sorry for not making videos this month. The last time I just checked in, and the last time I made a video was January 23rd, so I apologize for that. Yeah, I wasn't trying to leave anyone hanging. I'm trying to think of where exactly I left things off, but I can't remember. So I'll just pick some place to start. Okay, the past few weeks, I've had to go back and forth from school to home because of different things like appointments. I had an intake meeting to get help. That was, I think, like the end of January, beginning of February. I don't remember at this point. That went alright. I mean, it took longer than I thought it was going to, and there were some glitches with getting things situated, but it wasn't that bad. And then I had to go the following Friday. I had to go to my ex-doctor's office. At this point, like then that was my doctor's office, but I called the day before that Thursday, and asked them if they had called in my medications because I was running low and was actually almost out, and I needed refills to tide me over until I could see a psychiatrist, which was supposed to happen the weekend after that, or the week after that, I mean. And they were just really unhelpful. We're like, oh, well, we didn't call it in, and we don't call it in, and you have to come in and see the doctor. The doctor's only there on Tuesdays, or Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, so I could leave a note for her on Monday and she can get to it on Monday. And I was just like, no, I need it now. And the person was like, oh, well, then you have to come in tomorrow, which I wasn't going to be able to, because the thing is I was going to take a city bus to the pharmacy to get my scripts filled, so that my mom didn't have to come all the way out here again to pick me up. Even though it was my sister's birthday and I did want to see her, it's just so I wouldn't be too much of a hassle, too much of a pain in the ass. But no, that didn't work out that way. So I had to get my mom to take me to the doctor's office, which was very inconvenient for both of us. And then I was waiting in the waiting room for about an hour, and then I was waiting for over an hour in the back, like after they had called me back. No one told me what the heck was going on, so about a little bit after I'd been there sorry, I'm really anxious and just, my thoughts are jumbled, so my words are coming out all messed up. I apologize. Let me start again, that part. Okay, I'd been back there for over an hour, and so I stuck my head out and was like pretty much trying to see what the heck was going on, and two of the nurses or whoever they were just talking to each other. I'm just getting like really agitated after sitting there for over an hour alone. And then they said, oh, well, this one doctor's going to be with you soon. You should be next, but they're running behind. So I got really pissed off after being bored on my gourd and just not wanting to go there in the first place and getting more and more fed up. I wound up slamming the door to the room that I was in, which wasn't the best thing to do. And then finally a doctor came in, but it was a different doctor than the one that they said was going to come and see me. Even though I didn't want to see that doctor, I was still like, what the hell? Like, you say it's going to be one person and it's another person. And it was a doctor I had never seen before, didn't know my history, didn't know anything about me. It was asking me these random ass questions that, it's like I just went in there to see about a few things, to get refills for medications, see if there was anything wrong with my ears because they had been bugging me and I was already going there, and to see what I could do for my IBS, because no one had really told me what the heck to actually do for it to get it under control, and it's been acting up a lot. So anyway, she was asking me all these random questions, asking if I had a job, asking, I think, like, where I live, asking if I was pregnant, because she asked me when my last period was, and my period tends to be irregular. That does not mean I'm pregnant. I've never had sex. I don't necessarily believe in waiting for marriage. I think it's your own decision. It's just, I've never been in a serious relationship, and I'm not going to just have sex with someone to have sex with someone. Like, that to me doesn't make sense. I'm not trying to judge anyone, I'm just saying my opinion here. And I hate the fact that pretty much every time I went there, if my period was irregular, they'd ask me if I was pregnant. Like, if I hadn't had my period in a while, I'm like, what the hell? And also, she accused me of taking too much of my medication, even though I was running out when I was supposed to run out. Not before I was supposed to run out, but when I was supposed to run out, because I was taking it as I was supposed to. And seriously, if I hadn't needed my medication, I would have just waited until I saw the psychiatrist next Friday. So that Friday, the Friday that I was supposed to see the psychiatrist, I had an appointment with my new case manager, who I was supposed to meet for the first time. So my mom came and picked me up that Friday and took me there. We got there about 11 o'clock, a little bit after 11 o'clock in the morning. And my appointment with my case manager wasn't supposed to be till 12, but I was just early, like an hour early, pretty much. And so they told me to call her to let her know that I was there. And I call her, and it goes to voicemail, and then I go to sit down, and they're like, oh, well, she's not even here today. And I'm like, what? Like, first off, I didn't get a call to remind me that I had those appointments. Second off, I didn't get a call to tell me that she wasn't there. I mean, I understand things happen and you get sick and you can't control it. I understand that. I'm not mad about that. I'm mad about the whole, they didn't tell me, I didn't know ahead of time what the hell is going on kind of a thing. So, because we didn't necessarily know what the heck to do for about 2 hours in that area, we decided to just stay there, my mom and I. And so I was supposed to have an appointment with a psychiatrist at 1. First off, I was told it was with the certain psychiatrist, and I was told it was supposed to just be a med review, which is usually only like 15 to 30 minutes. It's not very long. It's not very time consuming or any of that. And come to find out, I was supposed to have a psych eval, and I was also supposed to be seeing a different psychiatrist. So 1 o'clock came and went. 1:15 came and went. 1:30 came and went. I didn't go back until about 1:40, at least. I think it was after, but yeah. I mean, the psychiatrist that I have, and apparently he's the one that I'm supposed to be seeing next time too, he seems alright. It's just, I didn't like the whole waiting thing, and then I didn't like the fact that he was kind of trying to say that he didn't see me as having borderline personality disorder because he thinks they're manipulative, and I'm like, there are 9 different sets of criteria. You have to meet at least 5. So what the hell? Like, you meet with me for like no time flat and think that I'm not. I don't know. And then he changed my meds, which right now I'm not so thrilled about, because I was taking 150 milligrams of trazodone at bedtime, and then 60 milligrams of Cymbalta in the morning, and then also a half a milligram of Ativan as needed, even though, like, I usually don't wind up taking it, even though I'm usually really, really anxious. I just don't want to be dependent on it, and it doesn't necessarily seem to help all that well all the time anyway. But because the trazodone doesn't really help me sleep, doesn't really help me sleep and wake up and feel refreshed. Like, it helps me fall asleep, but I still feel exhausted in the morning. He decided to change it to, hold on a second. He changed it to 100 milligrams of Sinequan every night, and I'm supposed to just be weaning myself off the trazodone because I didn't want to take myself off of it too quickly. So, yeah. Unfortunately, it seems like if I take the new medication too late, then I can't wake up in the morning. If I take it too late and go to bed too late, I can't wake up in the morning, which kind of sort of sucks because the first time I took it was Sunday, and I had to wake up to be in class at 9:30 in the morning. I didn't wake up and get out of bed till about 9:12, and I was going to just brush my teeth and wash my hands, get dressed, and get to class, and then come back between my first and second classes and go to the bathroom. Yeah, that didn't work out. So instead of being late for my first class, I wound up just skipping it because I'm just like, I don't want to be late. I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to get looked at. I don't want to be stared at. I don't want to interrupt either. Like, I don't want to feel bad because I'm interrupting, being disruptive. Yeah, so I just decided to skip that class. Even though I kind of just wanted to skip all my classes and stay in bed, but last Monday I wound up not going to any of my classes because I woke up with a headache and I didn't feel very well. So I wound up staying in my apartment online pretty much all day. Didn't go to any of my classes. Yeah. Oh yeah, back to the medications thing. I'm just really hoping that it helps because, like, he even pointed out the fact that they put me on pretty much everything at this point. Like, I have a long list, and I forgot at least one thing on the list that I wrote down, because they're supposed to write down the medications that I've taken before. Yeah. I was like, after the fact, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot at least one. But it's just, he's like, how long have you been on medications? How long have you been in the system? I'm like, about 5 or 6 years at this point. And it's just like, I don't know, something just has to help. Seriously. Really, 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 really does. I'm supposed to actually call my case manager and set something up to meet with her because she called me back on Monday, or she called me on Monday to apologize for having to cancel on Friday. And she wanted me to set something up. Well, I was in class, and it was towards the end of my second class, I think. Yeah. And I didn't want to get up and leave and answer her phone call, or answer the phone call. So it went to voicemail, and I still haven't called her back, partially because I need to talk to my mom and figure out when the heck she can take me. I was going to just wait until I see the psychiatrist next so that she doesn't have to take me as a million times, but the problem with that is I don't meet with him again until May. So, which I really don't particularly like, because that means I won't get my meds changed until May, and I don't know if the meds are gonna help. I don't know. Like actually, Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday night, I took 100 milligrams of trazodone and then 50 milligrams of Sinequan, or however you pronounce it. Probably totally butchering the name, but I took that because I was trying to see if I took, oh no, I took 50 milligrams of both, sorry. If I said 100 of the trazodone, so out of it right now. But I did that because I wanted to see if I did that, if I could actually wake up in the morning and get going. I actually woke up at about 8:30 this morning. Granted, the alarm on my phone is usually in the morning set to 7:30 a.m. and then my first alarm on my alarm clock is set to 8. So I did hit the snooze button several times, but I was actually able to get up, get ready, and get to class before class. Like, I left my apartment, I think like 9:08 or something. Something ridiculously early. Like, I usually don't leave my apartment that early. So yeah, I'm contemplating dropping one of my classes, even though that would push me down to 13 credit hours, and I wouldn't get money back for it, and I'd get another withdrawal on my transcript. But I've fallen behind. Like, I haven't done pretty much any of the readings for that class, and I thought it was going to be more interesting than it is. So there's a test on Wednesday in that class, next Wednesday, and I think if I fail it, then I'll just drop the class. Because if I fail it, I don't think I'm going to be able to do well in the class. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to next Wednesday because I have 3 exams. And I have 3 classes on Wednesday. Because it's it's the last day that those classes meet before break. Because we have midwinter break and we get a week off. So, actually, I think my cultural anthropology class, which is my Tuesday, Thursday morning class, doesn't meet then. So actually, I think when I'm done with my medical sociology test, I'm done for a week. So hopefully everything goes well. I'm gonna cut this video off, just end it now, and probably make another video, or 2 or 3. Alright, take care and stay strong, everyone.